a little bit, but right now, really this is the cold and the wind chill that we're really the most concerned with. And so that's why we're opening up the 2 extra shelters tonight to get extra options for people around the county. Oh gosh, yeah. We definitely had temperatures in the 20s around this time last year, but with the ice storm was really the big kicker, because then we had the additional burden of people having falls and going to emergency room for falls and injuries for that reason. Yeah.
How long are you anticipating keeping these open? How quickly can you take them up, turn up and take them down?
Yeah, we're pretty nimble on that. We meet every morning to decide if, and we meet with the National Weather Service that can help us understand what the lay of the land is going to look like, and if it's going to be a day that we keep the shelters open, or if we need to close down because we don't meet the thresholds. But yeah, same thresholds, and just kind of monitoring every day.
And did you already mention the capacity of this space for tonight? How many folks hold?
I don't know the answer to that. We could find out.
I could find out. I have the number.
Yeah. Some of the shelters have more capacity than others, but because we were nearing that capacity at the other 3 sites, we decided to open up the other 2 tonight.
Was this already a property that was on your radar as a place that could be quickly turned into a shelter? Do you know?
Yeah, we have an amazing team that scouts out different places that we're able to go and open up pretty quickly, and we partner with a lot of amazing community-based organizations. So Do Good, Multnomah, Transition Projects, and Cultivate Initiatives are staffing up some of the other centers, and then we'll have our Multnomah County staff staffing those up tonight.
So, sorry, I might have just answered this, they just coming up our time period. But who's going to be operating these shelters?
Yeah, so the 3 shelters that were open last night were run by Do Good Multnomah, Cultivate Initiatives, and Transition Projects, Inc. And then tonight we'll have those, as well as our 2 new centers that will open up tonight will be staffed by Multnomah County staff.
I don't know if you have the answer.
Is that right?
So the capacity here.
Oh yes. 44 at this site.
And they're opening at 8 o'clock tonight?
Yes, 8 o'clock tonight.
How come, yesterday it was 7 o'clock. How come it's an hour later today?
I think it was 8 o'clock last night.
It was 8 o'clock last night.
Okay.
Yeah, the Salvation Army beds have been 7 to 7.
Okay.
That's the confusion, but we were 8 o'clock last night.
And then some of them, remind me again, are they closing at noon today?
Yes, yeah. Closing at noon so we can prepare for tonight to reopen.
So this will close at noon tomorrow?
I anticipate that, and like I said, every morning we're checking to kind of see what the logistics will be, and we'll let y'all know.
So none of them are 24 hours?
At least.
No. As Dennis mentioned, the Salvation Army site is 7 p.m. to 7 a.m.
They might be able to stay open later too. I think it's today and tomorrow.
Gotcha.
Thursday, so on Thursday, if it's really, really bad, you'd stay open longer? Or
We'll have to evaluate it day by day, yeah, just to see if we have the capacity and the staff, and because we're asking people to work shifts overnight, so it's hard to kind of staff up some of these things. But yeah, absolutely. Every morning we'll reassess and see if we're going to close at noon or keep it open. But right now, yeah, we're planning to close at noon tomorrow.
How things been working out with being pet friendly?
Yeah, pretty well. Yeah, people are bringing their pets, dogs and cats, and it tends to be working well. We also had some mobile vans out this morning. Our Multnomah County mobile van was out at the Cook Plaza, and Central City Concerns mobile van was out at Northwest 14th, providing medical attention for people who needed it, medication refills, giving people antibiotics, giving people vital signs. So it was an amazing opportunity to get more medical care on site. I thought you were handing it to me.
No, I was
nice
for
phone.
you.
Nice phone.
Last year, I know there was some trouble with getting enough volunteers kind of ready to help. Are you relying on volunteers this year? What's that like?
Yeah, we have a Medical Reserve Corps volunteer team, which is made up of licensed medical professionals across the region. And they've been coming out on a dime, just really amazing, coming out of the woodworks, being willing to help out, provide medical attention to people at shelter sites at night. And then the other 3 shelters that we opened last night were staffed by people who are work with the organizations.
So not relying too much on city or county volunteers?
Yeah, we've opened up requests to our county staff to volunteer or work overnight shifts.
Volunteers versus citizen volunteers that are staffing these?
So
Yeah, Dennis, you can reveal
this
it.
came up a little bit in one of our calls today. I think there were. I'll get specific numbers to y'all after, but my recollection it was the shifts were a few hundred county folks, a couple dozen city folks, and others. But everyone's doing a big recruiting push at the city and county today, so we're going to be ready to go. We have those folks lined up. And one of the things, there was a question about what we're doing staffing-wise to prepare with the ice storm. Folks noted that last year. One of the differences, we are now building staffing plans for after we think we would normally close, in case the forecast does surprise us. We didn't expect that ice storm last year. The Weather Service said it was going to warm up to 45 degrees that day. It did not happen. So now we built a staffing plan that recognizes that the weather is fickle, and we need to be there when it changes in the worst way.
The they're putting out a cold weather advisory. We don't normally see that this early. That's kind of different.
That's in part. So the Joint Office does a lot of outreach across the county on those cold weather days. So there's a lot of days they've been activated since January 10th, which is unprecedented. It's usually 3-4 days at a time. Maybe the amount of days they've been activated so far. That's something we would see all winter season. They've been out constantly. So it's really been. There's been a lot of responding, even as we've been on this will they won't they threshold dance. Thank you.
It's been a much drier winter so far than last year and previous years. What is that like for you? How do you think about that in terms of like survival outside? What do you think about differently in terms of helping people who are living outside? What does really cold, dry weather look like?
Yeah, obviously, wet, cold weather is more dangerous because clothes get wet and people are more likely to have frostbite or trench foot or any kind of the conditions that can come with that. So dry, cold weather can surprise you because you can get hypothermia and you can get cold without noticing it too much. So we want to make sure people are aware of the signs of hypothermia, can get indoors and get safe and warm as soon as possible. Any other questions?
She's probably going to have you start over.
Oh yeah.
I will catch you back, but I don't need to sit here.
Okay, sure. Yeah, thank y'all so much for coming out. Yeah, appreciate it.
Thanks all.